with decisions, actions. People always ask me, what's the number one thing that you believe about confidence? I believe it's when we keep the promises that we make to ourselves. When you keep the promises that you make to yourself, you will be the most confident version of you, and you cannot have elite confidence unless you master your compass. This is really what it is. But in business, for me personally, I under-indexed on these inner layers. I over-indexed on the outer layers, and you'll hear a little bit more about that transformation. Because the why got me to take a very inspirational first step. But these are the 5 words that changed my life. These are my 5 values because they were stickier. They were more tangible. I could put these in action. So in just a bit, we're actually going to engage with one of your values. It's going to be awesome. But first, I want to take you back to the process that I went through. And have since coached it to many, many. I'll share some of that, and then we'll come to you. So my process was this. Define each value in your own words, no Webster dictionary required, and then take one big swing of the bat. Make a decision, take an action. Paul, prove it to yourself. Are you a person of growth, of impact, of courage, of belief, of authenticity? I had to show that to myself. This is all self-talk. So the first value, growth. Growth is the mindset that I will attack each day with. My definition. My swing of the bat was prove it. Do something that you said you would never do before. Never. So I wrote some things down, handful of things. On that list was go back to school. Because maybe not as relevant in your industry, but in the sports industry, if you don't have an MBA, it didn't hurt any sports guy. It did not. You could be a president, CEO with no MBA. Not every industry is like that, and that's fine. So my fixed mindset said, what's the point? I don't need to go back to school, but that's a fixed mindset. What about a growth mindset? A growth mindset doesn't say what's the point. A growth mindset says what if. So from what's the point to what if. We graduate into this space of possibility and opportunity. And that growth mindset gets me to take the leap. Got into one of the top executive MBA programs. Great 2-year experience. Love my sisters, love my brothers, love my cohort, love my professors, love what I learned. But the greatest ROI was this wonderful woman named Sue Ann. Sue Ann was the executive coach provided by the program. First time I ever had a coach. And in one conversation, she created a permanent shift that would alter the trajectory of my career and my life. So let me take you inside that conversation. I'm still in sports at the time. She sits me down, I'm a month into the program, and she says, all right, Paul, I know what you do. You're the head of sales for a football team. What do you love about it? What do you hate about it? What do you tolerate? Love, hate, tolerate. Great questions for all of us to ask about anything that's important in our life. Love, hate, tolerate. So I answered all 3. And then Sue Ann said, go deeper on the love bucket. Okay, all right, Sue Ann, I'll go deeper on the love bucket. Well, I love being a leader. I love people. I love my team. I love the culture side. I love being a coach, just like you. And she said, awesome. On a good day, what percentage of your time do you do that? And I started to slouch down in my chair knowing I would hate the answer. My ego puffed it up to 20%. The truth was probably 5 to 10. Sue Ann, 20%. And she said, okay, if I wait